Down the line, the job is for Murray. So let's pick Murray in the safe house. After the vampire demise, you have the halogen select, since you will be Sly will be selected. So halogen select to Murray, and let's get the job trigger. As always with Murray, let's use ball form since it's faster. You don't really need to care about the cards even, since Murray is so fast with the ball form. Keep on the ball form when getting to the job trigger, so you will skip the Binocucom opening animation. This dialogue with Penelope, this is pretty short. After this, just keep holding your left analog up and ready to equip ball form again. Before reaching the whatever that is, that box, you need to exit ball form to be able to press circle here. So that is what I did over there. Most of this job is about the RC car and movement to the Murray. There is one big skip, which I'm going to showcase, but first let's just go through the actual level, which is pretty straightforward, to be honest. There shouldn't be that much of a trouble. Only thing is to not shoot dynamites and not get knocked by dragons. You shouldn't really fail this job unless something really bad happens in the end. That way you might fail the job. Or of course if you die, that is another way. Here we can see me shooting a lot of stuff. To first clear out the way, but secondly, which is really important part as well, to collect coins. Since we need 400 coins for start of episode 5, and the more the better as well. So while you go, remember to shoot stuff, pick up coins, and while shooting try not to overhit the gun, which is really easy as well. So rather than holding the fire button, tap it, so it will prevent overheat. This kind of icy thingies, you can really easily get bounced somewhere you don't want to, especially when driving downhill. So try to avoid those. There are a couple nasty spots that if you step onto those, you might get launched somewhere. But here just try not to get hit by the dynamites or dragons. As I said, this is pretty straightforward. Try to cut corners, go as straight as possible. If you need help, there will be plenty of health drops as well. Especially if you get hit by dynamite, for example, by pure accident, you shoot the dynamite barrel too close to you, take damage, you might want to pick up some health. But this was the level without the palace skip. So next, let's go check out the palace skip. So the palace skip, the goal is to skip the whole palace area. Let's see, like with that, like here. But the method I use, I drive in reverse to do the skip. That is what I feel is comfortable for me. So what happens there is that there is a small gap we can use to drive through, and controlling your speed, that is really important part. If you go too fast, you will most likely get launched to the death plane and you have to start all over again. If you're too slow, the game will actually pull you back. So having the right speed is pretty important, and that requires some practice. So what I do, I tap my square button since I'm driving backwards there. If you are doing the skip driving forwards, which at least I feel is more precise, then you tap X. Just need to find the right one. So the actual speed you are going is something like this. Like this is me tapping the square button. This is me tapping it too much. This is the good one. So if you have too long, you're holding too long while tapping, you are just getting too much speed. So let's go through it once again. Kill the dragon. Kill this dragon, break the stones and the pillar as well, kill that dragon and then start reversing, control your speed. This time we got that outcome, which is kinda nasty but can happen occasionally. We were sent to our dooms, there's a death play and you will die immediately if you get there. And if you fail to skip by that way, dying, that loses around 40 seconds every time you fail. So that happens. Kill dragon, kill stones, kill the pillar, kill this dragon. Let's do it again. So reverse, speed control. So you can see the small pullback animation. Game tried to pull us back, but we survived this time. So this needs some practice if you want to do that on rounds. You can also just mess with it and see if that's your thing, but in the beginning I really don't recommend learning this, at least right away. But if you feel like you think you can do this and you find a setup you're comfortable with, just go for it in rounds. What am I to stop you? But all I'm saying, this is really precise. At least for me at the moment, I rarely do that in full game runs. So you can also do the skip driving forwards. Just a little bit more precise, but doable as well. This is also way faster. I don't know how many seconds, but a couple seconds faster than driving backwards. But for me at least, I'm not that comfortable with that, so I'm not doing that setup on runs if I'm doing the ballast skip. I prefer the backwards driving method since my consistency gets better with that one. But I recommend checking both of those setups and see what is better for you. We are all different. At least I feel it's easier for me to do the backwards driving method, but I recommend trying both of those two. Here we can see again that the chain triggers for dragon spawns. You are not getting any since we skipped the balance. And let's get to save the Murray, and this time with the skip even. But yeah, that was the balance skip as well, and this is down the line. After this, let's do the game reset as I said earlier. Like this.